Alrighty, so this is the answer to lesson 6, practice questions on predicting inheritance for two genes. So male has genotype big D, little d. So what are the 4 combinations that he can get in his eggs? I'm sorry, people. I don't know why I wrote eggs. All right, so first combination, big D, big T. Second combination, third, fourth. There you go. There are all the combinations. Female, again. So second would be this. Third and fourth. All right. Now, complete the following dihybrid cross if these two mated and have children. So you would put this and this into this and this right here. So that's where the sperms and the eggs alleles go. Now, this is how I have laid it out. So this is the male right here. So I just wrote it in this particular order. The second one, I actually kind of rearranged it a tiny little bit. So I've put the dominant ones on top and one dominant and one recessive at the bottom, instead of having these two like here and then these ones separated. That just makes it slightly easier for me when I film the grids. But to be very honest, the order doesn't really matter. I'm not going to mark you wrong if you have the wrong order. I care more about the actual ratio that you get at the end. So there you go. If you fill it out, this is what you should get. So let's have a look. The first one, you get 1, 2, I think it's just 2. So, yep, 2. And then the second one, big D, little t, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4. There you go. All right, next one. 2 big D's, 2 little t's, 1, 2, and that's it. Next, 1, 2, just 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. And then the last one, 2, right here. So that is your genotype ratio. All right. So next one. About eyelashes, there are 2 genes: the length of the lash and the texture of the lash. And I've given you the code or the letter that would represent each of the alleles, with the long being the dominant and the straight being the dominant. Now, for the first part of the question, they're asking you about the genotype of the king and the queen. If you look at the question, you'll see that both of them have long and curled lashes. So that's why, because curled lashes is a recessive trait, right here represented by a little t, then we know that for them to have curled lashes, they must both have this little t combination. Now, about the long lashes, because long is a dominant trait represented by a big L. So we know that it can either have 2 big L's or 1 big L and 1 little L, and it will still give them long lashes. So we don't know about the second one. However, we can actually figure it out looking at the daughter's lashes. So it says that the daughter has short lashes. So that means this is the daughter's phenotype and genotype, short and curled. To inherit short lashes, the daughter must inherit both of the recessive alleles for short. And that means one needs to be coming from the dad and the other one coming from the mother. So that is going to make it, that's going to show you that actually both the king and the queen have a recessive allele in them. So there we go. That's your phenotype. Now, if I just do the organization and combination, I should be able to get these different allele in the sperms and the eggs. So I was putting this one together and that's going to give me this. And then I was putting this one together, that's going to give me that. And then I was putting this one together, it's going to give me this. And then this one together, which is going to give me this. Now, since a king and a queen have the same genotype, the allele combinations in their gametes will actually be identical. And then you'll go on and fill this all out. And then at the bottom, you'd see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of them have this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That is your genotype ratio. Now, phenotype ratio. So we can either get long and curved lashes if we have something like this, all right? So both of these are going to show long and curved lashes. We'll write them down. So that's 12 together, 4 plus 8. And then short and curled lashes will be this one. So you have 4. So it's a 12 to 4 ratio. Now, if you want to simplify a little bit, you can do the math and divide things a little bit. So for example, the genotype ratio right here, if you look at this, this is 4, 8, 4. So basically, if you divide it by 4, you can get a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio. So you can actually rewrite it and say 1 to 2 to 1. All right. So that's your final answer right here. Simplify it. And then this one is a 3 to 1 because you can divide it by 4 again. So 12 divided by 4 would be 3. Long and curled to, I didn't have enough space, I only write at the bottom, to 1 short and curled. There we go. That's your final answer. So when you have a ratio like that, always try and simplify it. Divide it by 2 or divide it by 5 or divide it by 4, depending on what the numbers are. All right, that's it. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.